Anglicans from across Australia and the world met in Melbourne on Ash Wednesday to discuss how the Anglican Church should respond to the challenges posed by climate change, unanimously agreeing that it should be a key priority of the Church in our time. Participants of the forum spent the afternoon developing ways that the Anglican Church could find solutions not only to the particular issues created by climate change, but also the problem of engaging people to be part of those solutions, focusing on local, regional and global levels. These included planting gardens, solar panels for churches, divestment from fossil fuels, drawing clearer connections between climate change and poverty in development work, increased theological teachings around climate change, and fostering greater focus on the fifth mark of mission in the broader theological story. The results of the day's discussion, including a number of suggested responses, will be taken to an upcoming pre-meeting of the Anglican Consultative Council in Zambia by Reverend Andy Bowerman, co-director of the Anglican Alliance.
Now, the Anglican Consultative Council can't insist that people do things, but they can certainly give a very strong lead and direction to say these are the ways that we believe the Anglican Communion should be dealing with the environment. And so the hope is that that momentum that's happening around the globe will also impact us as Anglicans, that we might actually see a real shift in how we view this, and it becomes a kind of central tenet of what we're about, rather than kind of a fringe thing. Oh yes, well the kind of keen weird people, they do the environment. Actually we say no, this is absolutely core part of who we are. That's why it is one of the 5 marks of mission.
The forum, held as part of the Trinity School of Theology's Life and Abundance Conference, was organised by the Anglican Alliance, the Anglican Board of Mission, the Public Affairs Commission and Anglican Overseas Aid, and featured a diverse range of participants and speakers. Rose Elu from the Torres Strait Islands and Taglan Kabekbe from the Solomon Islands spoke about the impact climate change was having on their homes, while Dr. Mick Pope and Professor Neil Ormerod discussed the intersections of theology and the science of climate change. Numisa Magadla also spoke on the role of the Green Anglicans, the Anglican Church of South Africa's environmental network, who have worked tirelessly to make their church and communities more environmentally minded by remembering that man has a relationship with creation as well as God, as all three are intrinsically linked.
We have a relationship with God, right? And we do know that there's a relationship between God and creation, because it states clearly in the Old Testament that God created everything. But what you often miss is the relationship between people and creation. And somehow, some point, we lost that relationship. So we tried to say, okay, fine, we need to renew that relationship between creation and people, and not just God. So it needs to be a full triangle.
Reverend Bowerman said the timing of the forum was notable.
So today, really appropriate for Ash Wednesday, that we should have a day thinking about the environment, the climate, and the response of Anglicans around the world to it. Ash Wednesday is appropriate because, first of all, we've got to lament the kind of poor response we've shown over the past 2 decades. And so we began the day today thinking about how we should be grieving that, how we should be seeking forgiveness about that, but also having this sort of thoughts of hope. How can we restore the earth to what it should be, what it was when God first created it and gave us that great responsibility of stewarding it?